You're watching and listening to Mamma Mia! This is Fire Talk with Nicholas Fiore.
Welcome back, everybody, to the podcast called Mamma Mia! This is Fire Talk. I'm Nicholas Fiore, host. I know it's been a while since our last episode, but this is episode number 59 of the show. And joining me today is our first ever lacrosse player, and it's Nick Rose, number 66, the goaltender for the Toronto Rock since 2012. Nick, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks for having me on. Excited about it.
Absolutely. Nick and I have been in conversation, and I've wanted to get a lacrosse going. I have soccer, hockey, basketball, but I want to get lacrosse going, as I know a few players as well in the NLL with a couple other teams other than the Toronto Rock. But I'm happy that you're on. Everyone, this podcast is sponsored by The Bottom Line, Toronto's classiest sports bar, and that's The Bottom Line, 22 Front Street West in Toronto, Ontario. Nick, let's get into it right away. I mean, you've been with the Toronto Rock since 2012. You got drafted by them in 2008, and you're obviously currently the president and GM of the Orangeville Northmen of the OJLL, where you also played with them, so that's a cool little thing that we'll touch upon. But you didn't start with the Rock. You went to Boston with the Blazers, Calgary Roughnecks, 2010 to 2012. Just talk about the excitement of, starting in the NLL in the sense of being drafted by Toronto, but then obviously playing with Boston and Calgary before the Rock.
Yeah, it was obviously a super huge honor to be drafted by the Toronto Rock way back then. Went to training camp. There was a bunch of goalies out with the Rock at the time, and I didn't earn a roster spot. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to call. Hopefully that doesn't screw up the video there. All good?
All good.
Yeah, so I got drafted by the Rock, went out to training camp, and didn't earn a roster spot. So I actually got released out of camp, and then I quickly got signed by Boston. I had a few buddies playing for them at the time, and then I went there to the last couple weekends of camp and earned a spot as the third goalie. I was behind Anthony Cosmo and Mike Poulin, so two all-time goalie legends in the NLL. So a couple of good guys to learn from for a couple of years, and then Poulin eventually got traded to Calgary in my second year, and I became the backup to Cosmo for the next year and a half. And Boston was an awesome experience, great city. What was a fun team to be a part of. Obviously, wish they were still part of the league, but that's not how it goes. And then when the team folded in our dispersal draft of the team, I actually got picked up by Calgary and spent half a season there. It was a great experience, great organization, but got traded at the deadline back to Toronto, actually.
So obviously, you're from here, you're from Orangeville. How was that, playing with the Orangeville Northmen, starting there, and then didn't really start with Toronto. And then obviously in 2012, you came back to the hometown and you haven't missed a beat since.
Yeah, I mean, playing in Toronto has been a dream come true. Obviously, chance to play close to home in front of friends and family is a great feeling, but also just such a great and historic franchise. Obviously, we're still trying to fight for our first championship since I've been here, but we've been in the mix most of the time the last decade, and it's awesome playing for the Rock and take a lot of pride in it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that the Rock won the year before you got there with Bob Watson as the starting goalie in 2011. But since you've been, I mean, you've had fantastic record. You've 121 straight games from April 23rd and 23 and 2016 through to this season. Talk about that a little bit on how consistent you have been able to be with the Toronto Rock and giving everything you got game in and game out.
Yeah, I mean, my job is to stop the lacrosse ball, and obviously if I'm being consistent and giving us a chance to win, then obviously that's good sign, and I think that's been the case for a long time now. Obviously, we're struggling at the gate this season, but we're still fighting to kind of find our first win, and we're getting close. But no, for the last so that's kind of crazy. I didn't even really know that it's been that many straight games, but I don't really think about that or a streak or whatever. I just kind of try to show up for my teammates and play as hard as I can every weekend.
Well, you're a team guy. I mean, your social media says it too. You don't care about the individual stuff. You care about what your team is going to do and the relationships and friendships you build with the teammates too, which is obviously very important to be successful. But I want to talk about a little bit back then with Orangeville. I mean, you played for the Orangeville Northmen of the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League, the OJLL, and now you're a president and GM with them. That's kind of a full circle moment where you're a professional lacrosse player, but also can kind of in a way, I don't know if you take it as giving back, but in a way giving back to where you kind of started.
Yeah, I mean, the Orangeville Northmen, growing up in Orangeville, it's just a team and organization that means so much to everybody involved. I'm actually just the president right now. The general manager is Andrew Suter, who is a former NLL player as well, coaches Halifax. So me and him work pretty closely with putting the team together. But yeah, no, being a part of the Northmen is a huge honor, and I love the organization and take a lot of pride in kind of carrying on the tradition that a lot of other legends have done.
Well, you want to bring the Minto Cup back to Orangeville. Last time you did it, you were a player, right, in 2009. So talk about that a little bit, of the excitement of winning, a local junior lacrosse league and tournament.
Yeah, winning the Minto Cup in 2008 and 2009, my last 2 years of junior, was probably the greatest accomplishment of my lacrosse career. Just playing with your best friends and becoming the best team in Canada is so exciting, and we got the chance to do it really close to home in Brampton, actually, in 2009, which was awesome. And yeah, no, it's great memories for sure, and just trying to put our team in a position so the kids on the team now get to experience that as well.
Was that at Memorial Arena in downtown Brampton?
That was actually at the Powerade Center at the time. It's now the CAA Center, I guess. But yes. Yeah, they played at Memorial for a lot of years, and then that Minto Cup season they played at Powerade Center.
Makes sense. Bigger tournament, right? Bigger atmosphere and facility. I want to talk about a little bit more of some cool things down the line that you've done, but recently representing your country, Team Canada, men's box lacrosse world championships in Utica in 2024, and it was a gold medal. I mean, representing your country doesn't matter what age, what sport, it's your country, and it's a world championship. Putting the gold around your chest, around your neck, how does that feel?
Yeah, that was an awesome event. It was so cool to play with all those guys on Canada, all top players in the world, and pretty special how everybody just kind of put their egos to the side, and it's all about team and country and getting that gold medal. And obviously it's a fun tournament. You're around a lot of countries and get to watch a lot of lacrosse, and just the competition is awesome. And it's just such a cool event that I wish I could do more often.
You've got goalie of the year a couple of seasons, 2016, 23, 24. What do you pride yourself in as a goaltender? I mean, I've been a soccer goaltender at the semi-pro level, and I don't think I can stop a lacrosse ball probably for the life of me, to be completely honest with you, nor can I probably do a hockey puck. Meanwhile, the soccer nets are bigger. But to be a goalie, having that ball coming at you, I guess maybe you can tell me really how fast it could come at you, miles per hour. You got to be something special, and you got to put in a lot of work in order to get those achievements, correct?
Yeah, no, for sure. I've been nominated a bunch of times for that award. I actually didn't win the award until, oh, sorry, one sec. Is my video good?
You're all good.
Yeah. I actually didn't win that award until last year for the first time, but yeah, it's cool. I mean, obviously, it's a sign that you're performing well and that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, the personal awards don't really matter without a championship. So yeah, it's super cool to be kind of in the same conversation as the top goalies in the world, and definitely try to get better week in and week out, whether it's extra practice, extra shots, watching a lot of game film to try and study the shooters and that kind of stuff. So just to do my job and be as good as I can for our team.
Scoring goals as a goalie is a treat as well. You got how many? 2, if I'm not mistaken, from in one season, I should say, from the crease. That ball is traveling a far way. The accuracy's got to be pinpoint. How frustrating is it to just like you get that ball, you toss it, and it goes in?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm in a position to be scoring goals, obviously the game is going pretty well for our team. So that's the biggest thing, is to get the win first and foremost. But yeah, I mean, obviously scoring goals is cool, and fans love it as a goalie. But yeah, I'm just trying to really just put our team in a position where I might be able to have a chance at an empty net.
13 years with the Toronto Rock. I mean, my family, we're big fans of lacrosse. I mean, we still haven't come to a game yet at the new home in Hamilton there, but you know, for you, 13 years, like that's a long time to be so loyal, and for the Toronto Rock in the reverse way to be loyal to you, to, you know, keep you as their goaltender. How special is that to you, and to create a home and a consistency as a Toronto Rock player?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Obviously, I mean, it's no secret our owner, president, GM Jamie Dawick, and myself have a pretty close relationship. I work here at our practice facility and that kind of stuff. I think we both kind of have a good understanding that, I mean, it's tough to crack the NLL as a goalie, and I don't think I think I've benefited obviously from like we've had quite a bit of expansion and that kind of stuff over the years, where like the top kind of goaltender jobs are few and far between. So I mean, I think with how consistently I've performed has allowed me to continue on here with the Rock, and obviously we're still trying to fight for something bigger, but at the same time, hopefully when we look back on the relationship of my career and with the Rock, we both sides kind of look back fondly, and that it's been a really good thing for a really long time.
By the way, the practice facility that you guys have there is top notch to the nines. I've been there several times a couple of years ago when I was calling Arena Lacrosse League games, the ALL, and I you know, called the Toronto team there and a few others. Great facility. Yeah. You know, that's something also too, that a lot of these clubs, maybe the funds aren't always there because the NLL, people don't always prioritize it, but the NLL is a solid league. It's a good league, and it's a growing league. Talk about where you think this league in general could go, maybe 2 to 5 to 10 years from now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, keep going forward, making progress. Obviously, expansion would be good in the right locations, though, not just for the sake of doing it. Obviously, everybody wants to take this league to the moon. Full arenas would be nice. Just have to kind of keep working on filling up the rinks, I think, and making it an awesome sporting experience when people come to games.
Just because you're a goaltender, I have to bring this up. I just called the goalie fight in the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League, which is Junior B hockey. When are we going to see a goalie fight from you, or is that not you? Are you a lover, not a fighter?
Yeah, I mean, I might have one penalty in my career or whatever. I'm pretty laid back guy and pretty casual. Don't try to mix it up too often. It certainly happens. Our game with Albany Firewolves at the end of the game earlier in the year, kind of we were getting our butts kicked, and a lot of frustrations led to some post game shenanigans. And Dougie Jameson actually, I was kind of getting into it with the player, just like yelling at each other, and Dougie Jameson tried to get through to me, and I got all the respect in the world for Dougie. He's a great goalie and probably a pretty good fighter, and I guess I'm not sure how that would have gone. I don't think either of us really like if you asked either of us, we'd be saying, oh yeah, I want to fight Rosie or fight Dougie, but just sometimes how the games go. But yeah, that's probably the closest been in a long time to potentially getting in fisticuffs.
Absolutely. I want to get into some rapid fire questions after this one, but I just want to just overall, you know, because a lot of youth, you know, watch my stuff as well, and I want you to tell them, like, what's the most enjoyable thing about playing lacrosse? Because at the end of the day, lacrosse and hockey are 1A, 1B, the national sports within Canada, but soccer's massive, basketball's massive, of course, like I said, hockey. Maybe a lot of respect is lacking for the game of lacrosse. I love it. Family loves it. What's the most enjoyable thing for you over your career, youth, and professional when you are playing lacrosse?
Yeah, I mean, it's just such an exciting game. Obviously, it's super fast, very physical. There's electric goals, there's electric saves. It kind of has everything you look for in a sporting event. Obviously, I enjoy watching a lot of other sports and have favorite teams in every sport, but like when you really sit down and watch, say, if like I love Sunday football watching, but there's only about 10 plays a game that are really that exciting, and a lot of kind of wasted time, to be honest with you. And same as basketball, like I love basketball, but like it doesn't really matter until the last 10 minutes of the game. Hockey's exciting, but again, not many goals and that kind of stuff. So I just think lacrosse has so much to offer, and it's nonstop from the get-go. So I like really encourage people to get out and check it out.
You don't get distracted by the music during live play, do you? Because hockey, soccer, that's a no-go. Basketball, lacrosse, we're all good.
No, not anymore. I've been around a long time. I'm pretty used to it now. That's pretty good.
Fair enough. Okay, want to get into some little more fun rapid-fire questions for you to end this one off. It's been terrific. Listen, everyone, this episode 59 of Mamma Mia, This is Fire Talk, sponsored by The Bottom Line, Toronto's classiest sports bar, and that's The Bottom Line, 22 Front Street West, downtown Toronto. Owner, former NHL player, actually, Wayne Cowley. Awesome guy. So, rapid fire with Nick Rose. You ready?
Yep.
Number one, your favorite pre-game meal?
We usually have like chicken and pasta. I don't mind it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Italian. I'm Italian. Pasta's top notch. Penne lavato, pasta top notch.
Yeah, pretty standard.
Absolutely. Favorite pre-game song? What gets you going?
I got a bunch. Anything Tragically Hip does it for me. New Orleans is Sinking, Little Bones, any of those.
There you go. You're a little bit older than me, so I'm more.
Yeah.
I got the Drake going, or I got some Spanish going, some reggaeton, some Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I don't mind Drake either.
Absolutely. Favorite TV show?
So many good TV shows. I think my favorite show ever is probably, I guess, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad's good. What's up there now? Yellowstone, Tulsa King. Those are
all good.
Those are all good. Breaking Bad's top notch. I killed that as well. Favorite movie?
Standard answer for me over the years is Cool Runnings. I'm half Jamaican. I'm a big Disney guy, so that movie always hits.
Okay, favorite comedy movie, because everyone loves a good comedy.
Favorite comedy movie has got to be something Will Ferrell. Probably Wedding Crashers.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Step Brothers. Step Brothers.
That one's always in the conversation too, but I like Wedding Crashers.
Best dressed teammate in your career, not you. In your entire career, best dressed teammate.
In my entire career, wow.
Or you could go Toronto Rock, or you could go current teammate.
I'll give Latrell Harris some credit. He's got a lot of style. All time though, I don't know. There's been some pretty good ones throughout the Rock. I'll just stick with Latrell.
There you go. And the funniest teammate. Now I'm going to put you the funniest teammate ever in your career.
There's been a lot of funny guys too. I think an easy answer is Mike Poulin. He's obviously been a goalie in the league a long time. I didn't play with him that long, but I know him very well, and he's one of the funniest guys ever.
What? Just thought about another one. Hockey and lacrosse are pretty similar. The best chirper. Who's got the best chirps? You know what? Let's do of the current Toronto Rock team. Who has the best chirps?
Definitely Billy Hostrasser, and he backs it up. So I got to give it to Billy.
Absolutely. That's amazing. Listen, Nick, I know we've been in discussion for a while, and your schedule is busy. I mean, you got a lot of things going on. At the end of the day, you're a professional lacrosse player. So on this show, I've had 10 former NHLers, media personnel, junior hockey players, lacrosse players, and I wanted to get lacrosse going again. I couldn't think about a better first episode in, I guess, the lacrosse series, you can call it, for you to come on the show. I mean, episode 59, almost one more until 60. But I really appreciate you coming on. I do. I'm trying to build something here. I'm all by my lonesome. I don't have a team behind me. I do everything myself. and I want to become a professional broadcaster or whatever sport it is in. So appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on, and all the best the rest of this season and in the future.
No, I appreciate you having me, and yeah, I appreciate you trying to put the spotlight on lacrosse for us. So keep up the good work, and hopefully talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Well, listen, you can't let Callum Jones score on you from Ottawa. He played hockey with junior hockey in the Oakville Blades. No, he's a heck of a kid. He's a good player, but can't let him score on you. Now I got to call him out.
He already did score on me this year, and I play with him in the summertime. Callum's a really good dude. So, but yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick. Once again, everybody, this was episode number 59 of Mamma Mia. This is Fire Talk. This is Nick Rose, number 66, goaltender for the Toronto Rock of the National Lacrosse League, the NLL. If you don't know, now you know. Lacrosse is a fantastic sport. It's exciting. It's entertaining. The game day atmosphere is great, and the Toronto Rock are a great team and a historic franchise within the NLL. This podcast was sponsored by The Bottom Line, Toronto's classiest sports bar, and that's The Bottom Line, 22 Front Street West in downtown Toronto, owned by former NHLer Wayne Cowley. Listen, everyone, we should have episodes coming out more and more. Mamma Mia, this is Fire Talk merch, hats, long sleeves, hoodies, along with t-shirts as well. We really appreciate your support. I appreciate your support. All the best. Happy New Year. And once again, Nick Rose, thank you very much. I'm Nicholas Fiore. Until next time, Mamma Mia and ciao.
That was Mamma Mia. This is Fire Talk with Nicholas Fiore. Thank you for watching and listening, and stay tuned for the next episode.